Hi friends, my name is Debbie Abel and today we're gonna be painting this beautiful flower bouquet. I found this picture on Pinterest and I thought it was super cute, so I decided to go ahead and painted it. This is not gonna be a realistic painting, that's not my style for flowers, but we're gonna have our own take on this painting. So let's jump in and get started. I'm using 100% cotton paper, Winsor & Newton professional grade watercolor set. So for the flowers, we're gonna paint the roses first and we're gonna make C strokes. So the first one is gonna be a little bit tight, and then as it goes on the outside, we're gonna make it thicker and thicker. So some areas are gonna be thin. We're gonna use the tip of the brush, and for the big ones, we're gonna press on that brush, get a nice press, get all that belly down, touching the paper, and that's gonna give you your thicker leaves or petals. The same on this side here, we're just gonna go around, make your first C, and then you take it from there. Some are gonna be thin, and then when you press, you're gonna get thicker ones. Make sure you leave some white spaces in between. We don't want just a blob of paint. We want to have some areas where the highlights are and the flowers. So that's why you need to keep some white areas. So keep that in mind and just continue doing your C strokes. Go around using your tip of the brush and alternate. If you see a petal that is thicker, then you want to do a thin line. And if there is a thin line, you want to do a thicker one. So it looks more natural and it looks more organic. So I'm gonna just go a little bit faster here because it's the exact same strokes. So very simple, nothing crazy. If you feel that I'm going too fast, please pause this video and you continue whenever you're ready. Just making the pink ones, and this is the magenta. Really light on the color. Remember, we start with the first layer is supposed to be nice and light, and then we're gonna add more layers and more definition to our flowers. And for the roses, it doesn't matter, the color is the same concept. We're just gonna go around in the six strokes, and remember to press on your belly. Then for the next flower, I'm using the tip of the brush and I'm just pressing on it, making these nice marks. And I'm using my magenta with a little bit of purple and a touch of my brown. And that's gonna give you this kind of mauve color, really pretty. And we're just going around. Make sure you keep some white spaces. We don't want to put all of them together because then it's just gonna be a big circle of just color. And then a little bit more concentrated just to add some more definition, more contrast to this flower. We will go back to it when it dries, but for now we're gonna leave it right there and we're gonna put the other flower the same idea. Just press using the tip of your brush, press on it, and it's gonna give you this nice texture and this nice stroke, and just go around. And these flowers are facing the left side, so we are keeping the bigger parts on the left and the shorter parts on the right. And then we go with the concentrated one and put them on top. So now for this one, we're just gonna wiggle and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Keep some areas white. We're gonna do 3 circles on this flower, and we're gonna keep some white space in between. So we're just wiggling the brush. This is really simple stroke, nothing crazy. I don't like to complicate my life. Life is already complicated, so when I paint, I try to relax and I try to enjoy. So I'm just gonna make this a little bit faster because it's super easy. Just wiggle your brush and go around in a circle. We're gonna put a few more flowers here and then we will be moving to our next flower. And this is the purple in my palette. So you can use any purple that you have. If you don't like the colors, you can put any colors that you prefer. Maybe you like more pinks, more reds, more oranges. So you pick the colors that you enjoy. This is your painting. Remember, you make it your own. I'm just giving you, the idea of how to do things, but you put the colors that you like. And if you don't like this flower, you don't have to put it in your bouquet. You can avoid this one, maybe put more roses or whatever flower you like. Now we're gonna make a line with my sap green, really thin. This is gonna give me the guide to put the other flowers on this stem. And we're just gonna do blobs. Really simple, nothing crazy. Just blob, blob, blob. And go back to it. Really light on the color. We don't want a dark color at the beginning. We want to make it nice and light. And just remember, it's gonna start big, and then when it moves all the way to the end, the flowers are getting smaller and smaller. And with the tip of the brush, I'm just putting some green, kind of like seeds, I think. I'm not sure what the piece is, but they're really thin and really tiny. Now we're gonna connect all these flowers to the stem, just connecting the dots. Make those connections, and then we're gonna put this one up here. Is the exact same flower. And sorry, I didn't realize my camera was not getting the whole thing when I'm painting. I didn't realize that. I realized it until the end when I'm making the edit, but I apologize about that. So, but it's the exact same thing as the one we just did. Make some blobs of paint. Really simple, nothing crazy. And we're gonna take this all the way to the top, and we're gonna do the exact same thing. We're gonna put those green dots on the top, and we're just gonna connect them to the stem with the sap green. And you can use any green that you have. Maybe you have olive green, that's a really nice color. I also use that one a lot. And we're gonna add some more to this side of the bouquet. We don't want the bouquet to have too much weight on one side. We want some kind of balance. So we're gonna add that one, and then this flower is just little dots. I started with my sap green, and then we're gonna be adding some of my purple. Really simple. This is tiny, tiny little flowers. I'm not sure about the name of this flower, but it's just little dots. Nothing crazy. And then when we put all of our purple dots, we're gonna get the same green, and we're gonna put the stems. They're gonna be connecting to it. Just go around. And this looks too round, so I'm just gonna push it a little bit to the sides. Just put some more dots here and there. Not too much, just a few more. Clean your brush. And we're gonna connect with the green. Just making some more mix here. And now we're gonna connect them. And if they bleed, that's beautiful, because they're gonna get these nice green touches in between the flowers, so it's gonna look so pretty. And we're just going around, connecting, just making simple lines. And you could put as many lines as you want, or you can put as little as you want. It doesn't matter. This is not the main flower, so it's okay if it's, not the same. And this is not a realistic painting, like I said at the beginning. I'm just making my own version, and I've tried to do as loose as possible. I don't like to paint too realistic for flowers. I'm more into the loose flowers, but maybe you are, so maybe you can add some more details. I'm just adding some more roses here because this side of the bouquet is too empty. Still, we're gonna put some greens, some light greens, medium greens, and darker greens to fill in the blank, but nothing crazy. We don't want too much green in the center. So I'm just adding a few more flowers here in the center, and then we will continue with our greens. And I already said how to make the roses. Remember your C-stroke tight at the beginning, and then they get loose and bigger as they go on the outside. We're gonna put another rose here, and this is just gonna be a different color. I'm using my orange, and for the orange I put some of the cadmium yellow and my orange from this palette because I want it to be on the lighter orange. I didn't want it to be too dark, but you can use any orange that you like. And this brush make it easy to make the bigger petals. When you press, it's just giving you a nice thicker lines, but you can use any brush that you have. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I will really appreciate it. Make sure you give it a like. It will help my channel to grow and grow this art community. And if I could teach you anything that you didn't know, that would be amazing. I will feel so much better. And I'm just putting some more green on this part. We're making some leaves on this area. We're gonna start putting some of the green inside the bouquet. And this is my sap green. Just putting some leaves that were on this part of the bouquet. And I'm just using the brush. Sometimes I use the tip of the brush, and sometimes I just press on the belly of the brush. I'm just throwing the leaves that I see. But you can put any type of leaf that you like. This is just try to imitate what I see, and as much as I can. But you can put any leaf that you like. Maybe you can just press on your brush and that's a leaf. So I'm just connecting this part here. I'm just gonna put a few more, and then we'll be moving to a different area. And one more here, just to fill in some of the empty spots. You don't want the bouquet to be too empty. You want to have some green stuff because it's supposed to look like it's tight. So when you put your green, it's just make it all come together. And then some little guys up here on the top. Really simple strokes, just with the tip of your brush. Perfect. And this is looking pretty good already. So now we're gonna use this brush and we're just gonna press. And we're gonna be using different greens. Whatever green you have in your palette, you're just gonna press. Wherever you see a white area, just press on it, make a mark. Any mark is good. And we're gonna be using different green. And some on this part here, just press. Get some more of that sap green. We want some light and darker colors. We don't want the exact same colors. We want some highlights, contrast. So that's what we're trying to do. Just adding some more of my green. Maybe I make it a medium green. And then some of my light green. Just press, press, press. And now we're gonna go to make our leaves. And we're just making the shape. This one has a little bit of pointy sides. So that's what I'm trying to do with the tip of the brush. Just make those lines. And then we're gonna fill in the leaf. And I just added a little bit of my Payne's gray to make a darker color, and just go around those light greens that we just put in. And as you see, this is nothing complicated, very simple. Anybody could do this. Now we're gonna clean the brush and make a highlight here for the leaf, kind of like the veins for the leaves. And just making some marks there. Still too wet, I have too much water, so we're gonna clean our brush. And then for this part, I'm using my sap green again. And just making a leaf stroke. Fill in the space. Making it on this side. There we're gonna get our darker one. And we're gonna put another leaf here. And this is gonna be just the line. And then with the tip of your brush, you're gonna press on it. Those are the easiest ways to make leaves. Just use your brush and you press on it. We're gonna wait a few minutes. We're gonna go back to this, adding some more orange. This is my second layer. Just adding some more details, more contrast. And we're gonna do the exact same thing on the other ones. Just few dots here and there. We don't want to cover the light color, we want to keep that one. So just a touch in few places. Same on this side here. Just few touches. Make sure do not cover the entire flower. Perfect. We're gonna clean the brush, and then we're gonna go back to this flower and add a little bit more concentrated color, just to give more contrast to the center. Same on this other one here. And then what you could do is get your light color, just mix this color with lots of water, and then when you see too much white, you can just tap it, and it's gonna make the flower look more compact because they won't have too much white spaces. And that's what I did at the end. I went around and added some more color to it. I felt that it was too much white, so I went around and add some more color. Now we're doing the second layer for this flower, and I'm adding more concentrated pigment. Just going in the wiggle, 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 wiggle. Simple. Just go around in the same circle, wiggling your brush, doing the exact same strokes. Nothing crazy. Super fun. And just connecting this. And it doesn't have to be a perfect circle. As you can see, we're just making a bouquet similar to what we have. It's not the exact same, but it looks pretty close. So that's what we want. We want to have a reference photo just to give us some inspiration, but it doesn't have to be the exact same thing. Otherwise, we will go insane. We're just trying to have fun here. Going around, wiggle, wiggle. This is one of the easiest flowers to make. Just wiggle your brush. Nothing complicated. Grabbing some more paint and doing the exact same thing right here on this flower. And then for this flower here, we're gonna add the second layer, a little bit more concentrated pigment. That means you're gonna have more paint, less water. The exact same color, but more paint. just less water. And we're just gonna put this color in the circle, around the circle, sorry. And we're gonna keep the white space. We will go back to it when this one dries. We don't want to cover that white spot. And we're just adding the more concentrated, keeping that circle white. Clean your brush, and then we're gonna add some more leaves. This one is about the same as this previous one. It has pointy parts, so I'm just trying to make those parts in there, and then we're gonna fill it in. Just go around the first one, and then you can add some shadow to make the first one pop. And we're just adding some more leaf to this one. Just go around and fill it in. Then we add some shadow. It's the exact same color with a little bit of Payne's gray, just to make it a little bit darker. And then we're going back to this one, and it's just using the tip of the brush. Just press on your brush. Press, 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 and press. Get some more paint. Press, 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 and press. Beautiful. So simple. And we're gonna clean the brush. We get the medium color, and we're gonna add some more leaves here. We don't want to have too many white spaces. As you can see in the bouquet, all this part here by the vase, it's a lot of leaves, so that's what we're trying to do. Put in those leaves down here. And for this specific one, I wanted a glass vase or vase. I didn't like the ceramics, so I went ahead and did a turquoise kind of, and I put it on the glass. I went around the lines that I made earlier, and I lost part of this video when I was painting the glass. I don't know what happened to it, but it disappeared. So I'm just telling you what I used. Just put in some more contrast on this part of the green areas. Just remember, use your brush, press on it, and leave a mark. Really simple strokes. Just press, press, press. I'm gonna put some more green stuff here, just pieces of green hanging from the bouquet. Nothing crazy. Just pull from your brush. And then we're gonna add some, maybe some up here, or we're just gonna add the shadow for these leaves. Just a touch, not too much. We wanna keep the light colors. Same on this one here, just a touch. And we're gonna go to this one. We're gonna add the vein. That's gonna make this leaf pop a little bit more. Then clean your brush. We don't want too much of a darker color on this one. Simple lines. And we're gonna add some on this also, just to give more details to the leaves. Same on this one here. Still too wet, so it's kind of blending, but we can always go back to it. That's not a problem. You can always go back. Tried to add some more, but it was too wet, so I'm gonna go to this one here instead. And then I decided to add a little bit more shadow to that one, so it kind of pops and it shows that this one is on top and the other one is underneath. Just making some more sap green. Now we're gonna add some to my leaves to make the shadow. This one needed a little touch more on the left, and also this one here. Just use the belly of your brush, and then we're gonna add darker color to this kind of green grass, and that's just my green with a Payne's gray. And adding some more shadow, some areas here on the stem, not too much. We don't want to cover the light ones, just few. Going back to this one here, and we're gonna put the stems for all of these flowers. Just go with any color that you have. It could be darker, it could be lighter, or it could be a mix of both. Really simple, just make some lines, and those are your stems. Put some darker ones and some lighter ones. And you don't want them all to go in the same direction. You want some, sideways, some straight. And then I painted the glass. Like I said, I lost that part of the video, and I'm just adding some more shadow to it. And then I'm gonna add this semi-circle just for my glass, and then the inside also will have some kind of shadow. So I'm adding that one. And just trying to fix that circle there. And then adding some more contrast to the side. Then we're gonna clean our brush, clean this area a little bit just to blend it so it doesn't look like lines. And then we will be adding some more color to the center and try to blend it. Do not scrub too hard because then you're gonna remove your stems. Just adding some highlights here, doing some lifting. It doesn't have to be perfect, it's just, to give the idea of a glass. And I'm just adding some magenta splatter. Like I always do, I love splatters. It's just give a little extra detail to your flowers, to your bouquets. And then I'm doing my shadow because this glass is sitting on something, it's not up in the air. So you have to have some kind of shadow in there. So this is my gray, this is ultramarine blue, and my brown, and really light, lots of water, and then just go back, add some more color near the glass, the bottom of the glass, add some more color. That's your darkest part, and everything else is gonna be lighter. So the one near your glass is darker, the one away is lighter. Just making some more, adding some more, and blend it. Do not leave no lines. We don't want no lines. We wanted a nice blending effect. Clean your brush and go back to it and just blend it. Perfect. It's looking really nice. Then we're gonna clean our brush and we're gonna go back to these flowers. I'm just adding a very light magenta. Really light, lots of water, not too much. I felt that the flower needed a little bit of color. It was way too white, so it was just not doing the thing. We're gonna go back to the roses and we're gonna add another layer. This is a deeper color. We just added more paint and we're gonna do the exact same thing. We're gonna do thin lines and thicker lines and just the center of the flowers. We're gonna keep the outside nice and light, but the inside, that's where the contrast is, because that's where the petals are all together, compact, and the more they expand to the outside, the lighter they get. You only see the shadow on the inside. So I'm just gonna do this to all of my roses. Just go around, adding some shadows. And I hope you're having a good time with this painting. Not too many, and I'm just gonna put this a little bit faster because it's really simple strokes. We already went through this. Just adding the shadows. We're doing this one here, and then we're gonna go back to these little flowers and we're gonna add the center, just little dots on the center, and this is just Payne's Gray. And we're just gonna go around the circle, little dots. So pretty much we're done here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a like, and I will see you on my next one. Take care, friends. Bye bye for now.